Hey guys, Brent Davis here with another rod to review, and today that rod is the Dobyns Fury 806 Swimbait, or for short, the Dobyns FR 806 SB, or just the Dobyns Fury 806. It's an 8-foot long rod with a heavy fast action tip. It's a 6 power, and it's rated for 2 to 8 ounce lures. Although after some extensive use, I'd say the sweet spot for it's probably right around 3.5 to 4 ounces. The grip on it measures 13 inches from the base to the Fuji reel seat, which may seem a tad short for some of you guys that have used some customs or some of the other high-end swimbait rods, but for somebody just getting into it, it's probably not something you're really going to notice. As always, Dobyns did a great job with wrapping the guides and epoxying them. They didn't overdo it or underdo it anywhere. They're double seated all the way up to the last 4 or 5 guides, which is helpful for somebody like me who throws the rods around a lot in the boat or in the garage, and I tend to bend these and break them off sometimes, so it's nice to have some with a little extra support. My initial thoughts on this rod, I was under the impression it was probably going to be a broomstick, because at the time I had never owned anything quite as stout. But when I got it and I spent some time with it, fishing it, I realized it's actually a pretty parabolic rod. So it's actually a really good rod for your treble hook baits, like your big top waters or your glide baits. It also does have enough backbone to drive those jig hook baits home with like your 8-inch Huddleston, or even a 10-aught beast hook that you would rig on some of your smaller weedless baits. It's got just enough backbone for that. I've thrown up to 5 ounces on this rod, and while it may be up to the task, it doesn't necessarily do it well. The farther you push that weight rating on this rod, the more your casting accuracy is going to suffer, and the more work your arm and your shoulder and your body ultimately is going to do, resulting in more fatigue at the end of the day. So for that reason, I like to keep it in that 3.5 to 4 ounce sweet spot range that I mentioned earlier. I keep this rod in my arsenal year-round as a workhorse rod. I use it to throw my 8-inch Huddlestons up to ROF 12. I throw my 7-inch Nate's Trouts, 7-inch weedless Rising Suns. I throw my Hero Bill Rillas on this rod. Like I said, it's just all around a nice workhorse rod. You can do a lot with it. The retail price on Tackle Warehouse or straight through Dobyns is $130, which to me is actually a pretty reasonable price, especially for a great product, and especially in the swimbait world. Once again, you guys just getting into this, you're going to come to realize that it's something you got to pay to play. You don't ever want to sell yourself short, especially when it comes to your equipment, because these big fish we're after will test your equipment, and if there's a weak link in your system, they will find it and they will expose that. So don't get caught with your pants down. Be ready, use the right gear, and don't be one of those guys who's sorry after the fact. Yeah, thanks for watching. If this video has been a help to you guys at all, hit the thumbs up button down there, or better yet, leave me a comment. As always, subscribe to the channel if you like my content, and follow me at 253caster on Instagram if you're not already. Thanks, guys.